Ever wondered if that money you've been waiting for is literally just a click away? You know that feeling, right? That lingering anxiety of just waiting for a check to arrive in the mail or finally hit your bank account. Well, today, we're going to put an end to that guessing game and find out exactly how you can effortlessly track your Missouri state tax refund.
Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely demystify the process of checking your state tax refund status right here in Missouri. Because, let's be honest, keeping an eye on your anticipated refund isn't just about impatience, it's absolutely crucial for smart financial planning. By mastering this simple process, you can catch return issues early, dodge a bunch of bureaucratic headaches, and know exactly when your money is going to show up.
All right, here is our roadmap for today. 1. Why track your refund? 2. The online return tracker. 3. Alternative contact methods. 4. Troubleshooting common delays. 5. Tips for faster refunds. And 6. Our summary and important disclaimer.
So, jumping right into Section 1. Why track your refund? For peace of mind and financial planning. Actively tracking your refund is what transforms you from a passive waiter into a totally informed taxpayer. But first things first, we have to remember that a state tax refund is a completely different beast from your federal refund. It is handled by the Missouri Department of Revenue, not the IRS. And keep in mind, your anticipated amount, it can easily fluctuate. Things like local withholding adjustments or specific Missouri tax credits, like the property tax credit, also known as the circuit breaker, can totally alter the final amount you receive compared to whatever you initially calculated.
Now, to set some realistic expectations, let's look at the baseline wait times. If you file electronically, you can actually start tracking your return status online just 5 business days after you hit submit. Pretty fast, right? But if you mail a paper return, you've got to wait 3 to 4 weeks before their system will even recognize your data. And if there are delays, well, it can take 45 days or more, which is something we'll dive into in just a bit. Setting these expectations early is honestly the key to a frustration-free experience.
Moving right along to Section 2, the online return tracker, your 24/7 refund monitor.
Okay, before you even open your web browser, you absolutely must gather these 3 specific prerequisites. Step 1, the first social security number listed on your return. Step 2, your exact filing status. Single, married, filing jointly, head of household, that sort of thing. And step 3, which honestly trips a lot of people up, you need the exact anticipated refund amount in whole dollars. Leave the cents out. Having these ready ensures your online session won't just time out while you're frantically digging through paperwork. Got your details? Great. Now you'll head over to the official portal. You can access the secure tracker directly at dor.mo.gov/taxation/return status or just by logging in to the My Tax Missouri portal. And hey, always make sure you're on the official .gov website. Look for that little padlock icon up in your browser's address bar. It's super important to verify website authenticity so you're protecting your sensitive data. Oh, and make sure your internet connection is stable so the tracker loads up without a hitch. While you're on the site, keep an eye out for a really helpful feature, Dora. Dora is the Department of Revenue's virtual assistant, and she's available 24/7. If you get turned around trying to find the Where's My Refund page, or if you just have a quick procedural question, you can just chat with Dora right there on the screen and get some immediate guidance.
After entering your info, you'll see graphics that break down your exact status. You'll be able to interpret specific messages like refund approved, which means your return cleared review, or refund issued, which gives you the actual exact date your money was sent out. And here's the best part. You have the option right on this page to sign up for automated text or email notifications. I highly recommend doing this so those updates come straight to your phone. No more obsessively refreshing the page.
All right, Section 3, Alternative Contact Methods, Reaching the Department of Revenue.
So if you're someone who prefers the phone, you can call their automated individual income tax inquiry line 24 hours a day at 573-526-8299. Now, if you've got a complex issue and need a live operator, you want to call 573-751-3505. Quick pro tip for you, try calling early in the morning midweek. That's usually when wait times are the absolute shortest. You can also shoot an email to income@dor.mo.gov. Just a quick reminder though, when emailing, never ever send your full social security number. Standard email just isn't secure enough for that. Also, if you want to avoid holding on the phone entirely, you can schedule a tax call right through their website.
Sometimes you need to submit physical documentation, right? Like an address change form, or maybe you're responding to a specific notice. In that case, you can mail it directly to the Missouri Department of Revenue at P.O. Box 2200 in Jefferson City. And of course, visiting a local tax office in person is always an option if you just want some face-to-face assistance. You can easily find the nearest location using the directory on the Department of Revenue website. Just make sure you bring all your exact filing details and documents with you so they can actually help you.
Let's move to Section 4, Troubleshooting Common Delays, Manual Reviews, Errors, and Offsets.
Okay, so one of the most common reasons your refund might be smaller than you expected or even missing completely is because of a bureaucratic mechanism called an offset. Basically, under Section 143.781 of the Missouri Revised Statutes, if you owe a debt to another state or federal agency, we're talking unpaid child support, defaulted student loans, or back taxes to the IRS, the state is legally required to intercept your refund and apply it to that debt. If this happens to you, don't panic. You'll receive a formal notice of debt offset in the mail explaining exactly where your money was sent.
But what if it's not an offset? Well, your return might just be stuck in a manual review. If you used multiple tax forms, forgot to include a W-2, or even just made the simple math error, the automated system stops and kicks your return over to a human for review. Plus, to combat identity theft, the department actively flags anything that looks suspicious. While these fraud prevention measures are there to protect you, they are a huge reason why even an e-filed return might take much longer than those initial 5 business days.
But here is a surprisingly positive statutory rule you should definitely know about. Under Missouri statute, if the state delays issuing your refund beyond 45 days from the date you filed, or the statutory deadline, whichever is later, they are legally required to pay you interest on the amount they owe you. Seriously, it's a pretty great rule designed to protect taxpayers from undue administrative delays.
Okay, Section 5, Tips for Faster Refunds. Let's look at some proactive steps for next tax season.
Let's rapid fire some proven best practices to expedite getting your money. First and foremost, for sure, always file your return electronically. Second, opt for direct deposit. Relying on the postal system for a paper check introduces physical mailing delays, plus there's the risk of the check being returned if your address is out of date. Speaking of which, always notify both the post office and the Department of Revenue if you move. And finally, take an extra minute to carefully double-check your math and make sure you've included all your necessary schedules. Because ultimately, accuracy is literally everything here. Using tax software that auto-calculates your totals for you is a fantastic way to bypass those dreaded manual reviews we talked about. When you submit a flawless return electronically and use direct deposit, you are setting yourself up for the fastest possible turnaround.
Which brings us to Section 6, Summary and Important Disclaimer, Wrapping Up Your Tax Journey.
To successfully manage your Missouri tax refund without the headache, just remember these core steps. Gather your Social Security number, your filing status, and your exact refund amount in whole dollars. Head straight to the secure Missouri Return Tracker portal. If you run into issues, don't hesitate to use the automated phone system or schedule a callback. And finally, stay calm if there is a delay. Knowing that manual reviews and offsets are just common bureaucratic processes means you won't be caught off guard. Being proactive brings real financial peace of mind.
Now for a quick but very important note before we finish up. This explainer is for informational purposes only. As we all know, tax laws are incredibly complex, and everyone's specific financial situation is entirely unique. So if you have deep concerns about your taxes, offsets, or legal obligations, please consult a certified tax professional or an accountant for personalized advice.
And that brings us to the end of our explainer. Now that you are fully equipped to effortlessly track your Missouri state tax refund, and you know exactly how to find out when it will arrive, how are you planning to use that money this year? Are you saving it, investing it, or maybe treating yourself to something special? Whatever it is, keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.